Esta
This
es
call is now being
Globotelling.
recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Globotelling.
Hello.
Hello? Yes, sir.
Is this Savvy Javi?
This is Savvy Happy in the house. For
That's
cheesy,
that's right.
easy. Oh shit! Somebody's house. Hey, somebody's house is getting hit right across from here. I just went up to my door and they got the Goonies up in somebody's cell over there.
Oh.
She entered she started slow dragging. He started dragging the seat. He's doing a U-turn right now. Yeah, what's up, though, homie? Yeah, he was about to go to the homie side, and they seen that the Judas were searching the cell, and he hit a U-turn real quick.
He did a California U-turn.
Yeah, what they call it? He flipped the bitch.
Hey,
why do we call it that? You ever heard that terminology?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I heard it, but I'm not sure. What's the reason? Who came up with it?
I think you gotta Google it for me.
Probably. I'm gonna have to.
Whenever you get a chance,
I'm gonna have to check. Who came up with that?
I'm curious about. Yeah, for sure. Are we on or quieres que llame para atrás?
Oh no, we're on already. Yeah, no, I was already on. Yeah. Right now, when I told you to call me back.
Okay,
yeah, so
okay.
So first of all, I want to go ahead and welcome Javier, for taking time out of his day, to reach out to us and continue down his journey from childhood all the way into the CDCR and to where he's at in his current life right now within the system. And then I want to go ahead and give a shout out to everybody that's always supporting Marlene. Marlene just dropped into the comments right now, and she's saying to say cinnamon roll, or we'll just go ahead and say honey bun.
Honey bun, honey bun. Hey, you know what? Gary was counting me, homie. Yeah. Hey, but yeah, finish off your shout outs, por favor. Make sure you get the homie Fischler and everybody.
No, yeah, definitely.
Handle.
Gotta get everybody, that all the supporters, definitely can't forget about them because, that's one of the reasons we're here, and appreciate, you guys, tuning in to us and listening to the chat and whatnot. We want to go ahead and give a shout out to Marlene. We want to give a shout out to Fish Slayer, SoCal, LA Analyst, ICEMAN. Who else am I missing right here? So earlier
Richard, the homie Richard from Colorado. Remember the youngster? I don't know if he sounded like a youngster. Richard from Colorado.
That's right, Richard. From Colorado. Yeah.
I remember.
And then Last House Chronicle. Can't forget about Last House Chronicle. Huge support.
Last House Chronicles.
That's right. Yep.
Angel
también. Yep.
I'll get them.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember everybody. I'm gonna write them down because I think that's important, man. That they all feel that that we. Yeah,
no, everybody's definitely
involved. We're on them.
We want to give recognition to everybody that is tapping in. We also got LBCK15 coming in from the Green Bay area. I think Wisconsin. Yep, Wisconsin it is. And then we earlier on the earlier live that we were on, we had some good questions coming in from.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
We had some good questions coming in from.
Spanish?
Well, yeah, you got it in Spanish.
My bad. Nah,
cool. And we had some good questions coming in from Diggler_Bolden. Asked some good questions, and then we also had Brew Swillus. Ask some good questions also. Definitely want to give a shout out to everybody that's tapping in. Really appreciate it. And hopefully I didn't miss anybody, and if I did, then just go ahead and remind me in the chat and whatnot. Oh, and then we also got Manny C tapping in. And then
Manny, I remember Manny.
And then we got Angel. Angel just tapped in right now. Said just came in to say buenas noches, Javi and James. Going to bed with my ruca. La Abuelita de Batman,
Wow.
but I'll listen to it later.
That's right, hombre. That's right, big dog. Bien calientito right there next to baby. Oh, man, that must be nice, bro. But yeah, man, I send my saludos to all you guys, man. I really do appreciate all you guys tuning in and listening to El Chili Lime James in the house.
Can't forget about the chili lime, hey, and the chicken patties, man. You put some chili lime on top of the chicken patty. Woo.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a nice little meal.
Hey, what you know, the dinner for Christmas dinner was horrible. I mean, horrible.
Hey, did they give you ham?
It was like all the fucking time, man. They can't shy away from that shit.
Hey, man,
that's fucking me.
If that's
I was grateful, you know.
If that's anything like that, if that's anything like the ham that they used to give us in the halls, man, that thing is something ugly, something horrific. Yeah, I can't mess with that. Yep. I don't even think a dog will eat that if you threw it at them.
No, homie, because it's like slimy, huh? Remember that shit? It had like a little, yeah. I couldn't fuck with it. I mean, I gave it to my vecino down the way. The homie, remember I told you the homie hooked me up with some burritos, and then the other homie made tamales. So yeah, I was pretty good, and I was fucking very grateful that they made something to eat, homie, because that dinner was ugly. We didn't even get a pie or ice cream this time.
Damn.
The budget is all bad.
Nah. Yeah, it's not the budget. The budget's not bad. What it is somebody's lining their pockets with the feria. So.
You be knowing, huh?
Yeah,
hey, you know?
Yeah,
homie. That's what they do, dog. They. So this is how it works, right? So let's say I want to order something off my books from a package company, right? So they charge you the 5% tax plus 10%, another tax, and then I think it's a 15% inmate welfare tax. And that money is the one that they pocket, because they don't have to say where they spent that money, but supposedly they use it for our handballs or basketballs or little fucking recreational shit, like little game boards and all that shit. But we don't see none of that, homie. There's not one game board out there, homie. Everybody plays fucking cards. That's about it. Probably dominoes, and that's it. So yeah, all that money for sure, they're taking that in, you know.
Oh, hey, you know what? And I forgot to give a shout out to our listeners off from the UK, to Biddy K, you know, tuning in from work.
Biddy
so definitely can't forget about Biddy K, you know, coming in from the UK. I'm assuming she's from London.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if not, then you know, my apologies.
Yeah,
maybe Manchester. Or somewhere out in the UK, but she could go and give some clarification. Hopefully she calls in. And for anybody that's listening right now, remember we do have the phone number up on the. I added it right there to that scrolling text on the bottom. And if you guys want to go ahead and call and either ask a question or just make a comment or whatnot, it's free. It's an open line. Feel free to go ahead and call in. Would really appreciate it.
Yeah. Sounds to keep it cool and respectful. Remember, don't forget.
All right.
That there is important.
Yep.
So I think where I was at, I think we were okay. I think when we finished off last time, it was Biddy K, huh? I asked her if what language they spoke over there, and they were all laughing at me because it was English, or because she's from England, and I asked her what language she spoke over there, and it's straight English, you know?
Yeah,
and
that's
then,
right.
I think we started talking about my struggle with pronunciations of certain words, because when I came to the U.S., I was already 7 years old, so I spoke more Spanish than English. So, I only had a good maybe, 10 to 11 years of actual schooling, minus all the times that I was ditching from school. So I pretty much taught myself how to speak English, most of it in prison. So I struggle with a lot of words. You guys are going to hear me slur some of my words. I'm a stutter. I'm a little, I get kind of stuck a little bit because certain words I want to say, but I know they're not going to come out right. So I'll stop and think for a little minute until I come, process another word that's similar to it, so that way I won't get laughed at. But I'm still a work in progress. Everybody in here was clowning me because of that. The last time we were trying to get me to say cinnamon roll. See, I said it right, huh? Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll. Yeah, you got it. You're getting there. You just a few more times, and you just tienes que desarrollar la lengua, and you'll be all right, my boy.
I don't know why.
Yeah, so
I'll work on it.
So right now, when you're talking, we just got a question from Angel Rangel, and he's asking, can you ask Javier?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
So he wants to know if you play pinochle, if you're a pinochle player.
Oh, what? He knows about. Oh, yeah, you know he did time. Anybody that knows about pinochle, get tiempo, homie. And that's not like that. You don't come to the county jail and learn pinochle like on the first term, on the second term, maybe the third term you'll learn it. So yeah, man, for sure that dude's been around. Yeah, I play pinochle. I've been known to renege though. He knows what I mean by that. You know what I mean by that, James? Renege?
You know what?
You ever played it?
I've never played pinochle, but I did see like the older vatos when I was up in county, playing it. I never understood it. I never bothered, to get involved. But yeah, I did see them play with those big stack of cards, So yeah, I've seen them definitely play before.
It was too many cards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm on the phone right now. I got it going, but I'll talk to you later. Spencer, no, somebody came to the door. Humboldt sent me his fan to fix, and I got his motor all took apart right there, and he just looked at it all scared and shit, like, what the fuck? What you doing on my fan? But yeah, but Spencer, I have to go over there. And I didn't mean to interrupt like that, but yeah, supposedly pinochle is like it's a game for like senior citizens, people in convalescence homes, like people that are super old. So a lot of times when they want to clown you about your age, they'll throw that game out. Orale, man, you should be out there playing pinochle, But yeah, that's not an easy game. And the reason I say I've been known to renege is because it's hard to keep track of what's already been played. If you pass the card and you didn't play that card, and then on the next time around it goes around, and you skipped for example on diamonds, and then you come out with a diamond on the next one, the game is pretty much over. So you lose. The opponents took the game. So yeah, I love the game, but I'm just not. I'm not that good at it. But it's cool. I'll play it though.
Man,
that was Angel, huh?
Yeah. I would have thought you were like a super duper firme pinochle player.
No, homie, don't forget I'm a MacGyver, so like that don't really get that never like games, really like card games and poker. Like believe it or not, I don't play poker. And probably 90% of the prison population, they all play poker. They all gamble. I never got into card games or poker or just pinochle and chess. And because I was always more into like just electronics and coming out with inventing stuff, like the remote controls that I was telling you about. And people were using the sticks a long time ago, and just popsicle sticks with the strings and all that. So no, I never really. I can't sit down and play a game, homie. I feel like that's too much a waste of time to me. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know how to play it though. Hey. Hello? Did it cut off?
Nah. I had to run to the
cutting
front.
Cutting off, huh?
Nah.
Yeah.
What happened was I thought
I
thought I put the lock on the top of the door, and my wife gets mad when she gets home, and so I had to run over there before she starts banging on the door,
right,
like
bro.
Screaming, like open the door.
That's right. Hey, I'm glad you're like that, though, homie. You mind somebody, you gotta be like that. Make sure
you know what?
Door locked.
Definitely 100%. Because my wife, I mean, if she wasn't supporting, what I'm doing right here, I wouldn't be able to do it. She, me enseña apoyo, and she understands, why I'm doing what I'm doing. She's a huge support system, and if she gave me the thumbs down, then I wouldn't be doing this, without her. Without her support. So it takes a lot. My daughter, you have a 5-year-old, and she has to keep entertained. When I'm on these calls. So like I said, if it wasn't for her, big shout out to her, salute, for showing me the love and give me the thumbs up on doing this.
Yeah.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
So we're all in a way getting better at our like communication skills, social skills, because Like the many times that we talked on private calls is we usually talk a lot about our struggles. Like me, like I always feel like I worry too much about how I sound, you know, because for one, my right ear, I can't hear on my right ear. I got like a little lower volume on my right side, because when I was a kid, I had a little accident on my right ear. So, you know, when you can't hear what you're saying, that's what makes it even harder for me to pronounce words, and I don't know how loud I get. Cause everybody tells me sometimes that I become hella loud, and that's because my volume on my right ear,
Javier,
you know,
it's about to cut off.
Yeah.
We got like a second.
Off.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming.
All right, so that's why I put in that timer there, so I can definitely, you know, keep track of, you know, how many minutes we got for these calls. You know, it keeps it it's a lot easier, you know, to keep track of the calls when they're gonna cut off. So I did see Fish Slayer just, you know, came in. I'll go ahead and let him know that you dropped a comment on there for him, and then I'll go ahead and read off the rest of the comments that you guys have put into the chat. I see that one for Marlene, Chili Lime James. Yeah, that's what Javier is calling me. And then I see Angel, you know, put another comment on there, so I'll go ahead and let him know. So hopefully, you know, he calls us a lot sooner than later. And yeah, at 5:15 it cuts off. Yep. Yeah. So I was watching a few videos on how to set up this timer up on here. So, you know, every day that passes, I'm trying to, you know, make the stream just a little better.
Global Telling, usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier YANEZ.
Un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello, Javier. Hey, so I got a few comments before you go ahead and start on your journey here. So so Angel, you know, dropped another message on here, and he says so you know how you were asking if he plays pinochle. He doesn't. He just plays spades. He puts play spades, homeboy. And then
spades is cool too.
And then Marlene put because you know I was talking about, you know, about running to open the door for my female Ruka. She puts James, you're gonna be in the doghouse laughing out loud, and then Fish Slayer just tapped in right now, so he puts saludos Javier and James. That's right. And then and he also he put another comment on here for you. So he says I'm gonna have to warm up some water and get some chili lime and some cinnamon rolls for dessert.
Yeah.
And then he puts a little happy face or laughing face, and then he puts is he practicing the cinnamon roll 10 times in a row? Huh?
Oh my God! Hey, the whole day room was telling me today. Hey, but I love it, man. It tells me that, you know, everybody in here gets along pretty good. So, you know, when a lot of times when they clown you like that, you know, you can't help but to feel the love, you know, like, because it's all in good faith, man. So Gary went out there and told everybody, how he struggles with words like cinnamon roll, and then he said, Marlene said the generic word for cinnamon roll is honey bun, right? So I started saying honey bun, right? And then they started clowning me because they said that sounded kind of gay, you know, like, you can't be saying honey bun in prison, you know? I'm like, oh, shit, then what the hell do I do? I said, I'm going to call it a rosca, you know, because in Spanish, the funeral is a rosca, no?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
As far as a rosca goes, I know it's like this big old bread, you know, that I know that typically, like at my wife's family's house, they normally get it like when I don't know, I guess like at the beginning of the year, or I don't know, there's some little baby in there or something or whatnot. I really don't understand it.
Yeah, they put a little Jesus, like a little baby Jesus, and whoever gets that baby Jesus has got to throw a party. Like they got to buy the cake, buy everything. So a lot of people are trying to avoid getting the little Jesus, like a little tiny baby It's like a little baby Jesus.
Hey, no wonder I've been seeing sometimes people be choking on it. I guess they're trying to swallow it so they don't have to, they don't have to buy the food.
They don't have to pay. They don't have to buy it. They don't have to pay for the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what that is.
Hey, and then so.
But, hey, you know what? I want to take. Yeah.
And we just got a new message. ICEMAN is in the casa. ¿Qué pasó? He put ¿qué pasó? What did he put? Javiercito.
Órale! No, he didn't, homie. Did he put Javiercito in there? There was only Jaimito, homie. We can't start that. We got to take it to Jaimito. I like that, though, man. That's the love right there, homie. Hey, that's my mom. My mom used to tell me that. I go, ay, vas a ver, Javiercito. When she would say Javiercito, I was in trouble, homie. I knew my mom was mad because she would never call me Javiercito. But when she said, oh, vas a ver, Javiercito, I knew I was going to get it, dog. My mom didn't hit us. My dad was the one that used to hit us, but my mom used to, like just not let us go outside and play. You get in trouble. But, yeah, that kind of brought a little flashback out there for mom. But, yeah, I feel nice to El Iceman, El Hombre Hielitos. In Spanish, it's El Hombre Hielos, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Hielitos?
Yep, you got it.
But, hey, you know what I want to say? I want to take the time to say this right now, like, for those, like, the new listeners or whatever, I apologize for, not getting straight into, like, going straight into my story from where I left out the last time, but I kind of like this little warming up in the beginning, so I get to, get a little comfortable and get a little loose and shit. So I hope I'm not boring nobody, and I hope nobody gets lost. Like, what the hell is going on right here? They're supposed to be telling the story, and over here clowning each other, but we're just pretty much just socializing for a little bit so we could break, get in the mood and get a little comfortable. So I just want to throw that out there real quick.
That's right. So whenever you're ready,
Okay. So what? Yeah. So with that, I'll go ahead and start it. That way nobody gets bored and want to bounce and shit. So I believe I was still in. I was in Salinas. My brother, I had already came on this side, and people, people were locking it up, man, because they were getting tired of being told to sell a strap. Basically because of one or two people that were well known and important, and I say all this with all due respect for the individual that they were doing this for, and so that's how it works sometimes, if they mess with like one of the homies that, he earned his little stripes and he's been around, then when they mess with him, everybody's got to help, so let's say the cops go in the cell and they disrespect his pictures or they break his TV or his radio. So if he says, hey, well, check this out, everybody hold the trays and board up, let's give these cops a hard time. So you got to go along with that, and when you do that, when you go along with that and you board up and you cover your windows and the cops can't see in your cell, they got to cell-extract you. And they throw a bunch of bombs in there. They stick these battle rams through the tray slots, and then they go in there and they whoop on you. So a lot of dudes were like, man, I'm getting tired of this shit because it was happening a lot. A lot of the homies were starting to come off the bay. They were no longer doing the long-term shoe turns because they found out they won some kind of lawsuit after that hunger strike. So that's why they got rid. There's no more shoe. The only thing you got now is like the axe egg, and even axe egg, you don't do a lot of time no more because they found out. I guess they figured they said it's inhumane and whatnot, So yeah, a lot of dudes are getting tired of it, man, because basically you're just putting yourself in harm's way because you got a cellar track. So the cops go in there, they're trying to break something. The cops don't know, and they're not gonna find. They don't want to find out, and they're not gonna risk it. So they don't know what you got inside that cell, So when they go in there, they got all the gear in the world, man. They got boots, they got these shields, they got these helmets, they got everything. There's nothing you can do to them. So a lot of people never understood why do we sell a strap? Basically we're telling them, come in here and beat the fuck out of me, like kick my fucking ass, break my leg, break my hand, everything, because that's what happens. They break your legs, they break your arms, they twist your arms in ways you never thought your arms could be twisted, And because of that, I have a shoulder injury that I've been suffering with for maybe like 18 years already, because they literally twisted my whole arm all the way around. Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
got that little battery you say, that P-size one for the watch?
Yeah, I gotta look for it. I'm on the phone right now, but I'll give it to you tomorrow in the morning. Yeah. Okay, though. Listen. Yeah, the homie came to the door looking for a battery for the watch. Yeah, so I have a bad shoulder injury, man. So you could imagine how many other people, went through the same thing. There's been a lot of homies that got killed behind that. And sometimes when they pepper spray you, and then on top of that they put you on chokeholds, and they never take accountability. They always say, okay, well that was your fault because you self-destructed. So it's a lose-lose, homie. There's no win, never a win. It might be for a short time. Like let's say they broke his TV or his radio or whatever, and then he wants everybody to self-destruct. And so they give him his TV and his radio, and so they take care of that, and we self-destruct it all for a TV and a radio, and for the respect that's only going to last maybe a month or two, and then the cops are going to do it. I'm not going to fucking go, self-destruct and let the cops come in here and just beat on me for what, and risk me losing the eye or breaking my bones. Because you're not going to win. The cops got everything protected. There's nothing you're going to do. You're not going to put no hurt in them at all. And then they go in like 10 deep in a tiny little cell, And you ain't got nowhere to go but under the bunk, maybe. And then they're going to drag your ass out and beat your ass outside the cell. So, yeah, at that time, a lot of dudes were locking it up. And I was starting to feel like a little better about what I did, because I thought I would never come on this side, homie. And I put in my work. The way I look at it is like people that do they go join the army or the military, and they put in, you did your time in the service. So when I was active, a lot of people would look at it that way, like, okay, so I put in my little work, I did this, and it's time to hang up the gloves and go to the other side and try to be good and get out, because a lot of inmates are righteously, really, they're not as bad as they
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
They're not as bad as they appear, homie. Like, say you come to prison, like, I remember when I first came to prison, I would see all these dudes walking around hella hard, all tatted up, hella big old muscles, looking with a mean old face. And then I would start to, communicate with them and kick it with them. And a lot of these dudes were hella cool, like hella soft. They weren't even violent, So a lot of us, we throw out this persona that we're not, because we fear that we might look a little soft, and people are going to think that we're weak or whatever. So everybody's always trying to act real hard, but when the shit gets bad, and you want to look for somebody that's going through the same thing that you're going through, we stick together. So at that time, I was talking. We were going to the yard. It was like little cage yards, and we would all go there, and we're talking about how many years he did active, how many homeboys, how many years, how long ago he should have came on this side, I should have came on this side 10 years ago, or, and stuff like that. And it wasn't worth it. And all our regrets, pretty much. We would talk about all our regrets. And we're pretty much trying to convince each other that we're okay, that what we did was a good choice, and we're supporting one another. We're not even talking shit about nobody. We're not talking bad about the guys that are still active. We're still respecting them. When they drive up to the hole, we're not snatching up their lines.
I'm not sure what happened. The audio just dropped right now. Hopefully it reconnects itself. So it happens like that sometimes. With this GTO with these GTO apps. Anyhow, I do see. Hey Javier, we got cut off for a moment. You went dark. The last thing we heard was when you were talking about cutting the fish lines. You guys don't cut the fish lines. It went out. It went out again. Anyhow, so I do see that Marlene did put a message on there, and Richard, hey, welcome, Richard. I really appreciate you tapping in. Hopefully the call comes right back in. I know it's coming up short right now. It should be cutting off in about 2 minutes or so. I might end up just cutting the call, and then hopefully he calls back, and then we could go ahead and continue, because obviously we can't hear anything from if he's talking right now. So I'm just gonna cut the call right now, and hopefully he calls back. I'm not sure if you caught it or not, Richard, but Javier got you. You know, he gave you a shout out earlier on. He said that he was thinking about you. I'm not sure if he mentioned that on the call here, but before we went live, he said he was thinking about you. You know, when you called in and whatnot. So he did mention that stay on the right path and keep on pushing forward. Because doing the right thing's definitely it's not easy, and at times it might be boring, but it sure beats out of going back to prison. It's definitely not a fun time. And like I said, I've never been there before, but I've been up in county, and that was enough for me to change my ways and and continue or go down a different path that I wasn't accustomed to. So definitely I changed before it got to that point where I was gonna end up spending years of my life in prison, and I look back now, at some of my friends that are doing they're doing life in the installment plan, 5 years here, 3 years over there, 6 years here, and next thing we're 20 years out, started in 2000 and probably been down for the last 17 years, so I'm definitely grateful that I saw the writing in the wall, and I didn't continue down that path. So right now, I mean, since Javier he hasn't called back yet, if one of you guys want to tap in and maybe have something to talk about, I'll be more than happy to conversate with you guys. The number is on the scrolling text down on the bottom. I'm not a huge speaker or whatnot. I'm getting out of my shell. So these last few months that I've been on the phones with these guys, it's really helped me out to communicate and whatnot. And it's funny because I'm using that stuff on my wife now. My wife is always oh, there we go, here it is. Oh, it got disconnected. All right, so yeah, I'm guessing he's having some issues with the tablet. So, so it's funny because these new skills that I'm learning right here. Conversating with these gentlemen here, I'm using them on my wife now, and she'll be giving me some weird looks, like, man, like what are you talking about? You that's not you. That's not the way you usually speak. And I'm like, man, well, you know what? I found this new way of communicating, and I kind of like it now. So definitely, appreciating. Oh, there we go.
This call is now being recorded.
Global Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello. Hey, Javier.
Yeah.
We got a call in. I think it's is it you, Richard, that's calling in? Hello.
Oh, is it? Is it Rich? I think it probably dropped.
Nah.
He'll probably call right back.
Nah, hold on. I don't see the number. Hold on. Let me.
Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
Oh no, I hung up. I'm not sure if it's not working. Maybe I didn't connect it right. But hopefully he calls back right now. So the number is right there on. I know Angel just asked. Do you don't see the number? If you look at that text right there in the bottom in blue, it has a 2 and 3 number right there. It's scrolling on the bottom, and that's the number that you guys could use. Here, let's go. He's calling back again.
Oh, there it is.
Can you hear it? Oh no, you know what? It's not coming in.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I can hear it though. I hear the music.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Okay, hold on. Let me try to patch you up. I think it might be the connection, the cable that I'm using that is not allowing it to pass through. Let me put you back in. Hello, can you hear us?
I heard him though.
Because I put it on speaker.
I heard him a little bit.
It might be the cable that I'm using. I don't know. I made some changes today.
Technical difficulties on this side too.
You know what? I'm having some difficulties over here.
Earlier and the phone
the calls are not coming through all the way. Let me try to figure it out to check what's wrong with it, and then I'll send you a message as soon as I figure it out, so you can call us back.
Hey, but just.
All right. Thank you.
James, just so you know, I was able to hear him. Like I could hear him.
No, you heard him. You heard him. You heard it because I put it on speaker.
Yeah.
I put it on speaker. I have it tied in.
Okay.
Yeah, I have it tied into like this.
You'll get it.
Yeah, I got some bumps in the road.
Homie.
So
no biggie. Yeah, hey, look it, homie. Hey, nobody's perfect. Hey.
Oh man, so his phone, hopefully he plugs back in. But so Marlene, you asked a question about me, county carry straight. You know what? It actually took me a few times to actually, figure that out. I think I ended up hitting county. Javier?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here. I'm right here.
You got cut off. You got cut off again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we can. Yeah,
okay.
but it's.
But can you hear me?
yeah. Can you hear me now?
You know what it is? Yeah, can you hear me now? Isn't that a commercial from some kind of cell phone or something? It reminds me of a commercial that they used to show. They used to put on TV all the time. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Verizon. It's the Verizon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. But I can hear you, homie. Every so often, every now and then, we'll have these kind of problems, because a lot of people dial in at the same time and it overloads the server. It can't handle it. It puts too much, and then all of a sudden, the volume will go down, or they'll say bye and then hang up. Like earlier when we were talking, they just said bye on the screen. They said bye. I'm like, what? Bye, and they just hung up, and then it took me forever to dial back, and I kept dialing, and it kept dropping, but
you know what?
Hopefully it'll get better.
You know what happened? So your line went dead for quite some time. So then I just ended up cutting it because it didn't seem like you were going to be coming back in. So I was hoping you're able to call in. Yeah. But during that time that we weren't able to connect, so I started talking, and then Marlene had asked me if I could.
That's good.
If I could get into my story, my journey, hitting county jail, and what I was going to say to that was, I definitely want to share that story with you guys. And it was many times that I went to county jail, and many times that I went to juvenile hall. So one of these days I'll definitely get into my story, my journey, and whatnot, and it's to me it's not interesting, pretty much,
No, come on, man. We all got a story out there. That is your opinion. You leave that up to us. You hear me? Because you cannot say that it's not interesting. I mean, we all want to be. We're all our worst critic, So yeah, no, we get to say that. I mean, not you. We all have a story, homie. I'm pretty sure Marlene has a story. Everybody that's listening, they all have a story. And some are more open than others, and some are just not. They're not willing to tell you the story, and so respect it regardless, right? But for sure, I would like to know, more about your vida too, because I feel it would only be fair every once in a while, when we get into certain topics that we could tap in, and if you could relate to whatever we're talking about. Hey, man, cut right in, and I'm pretty sure we've done it in the past. But I want to know, stories from other people. If any of the listeners want to cut in and say some things too. But I'm pretty sure they don't want to do the long one like that, like I'm doing. Because I guess the whole program is about most people that are life journeys for people that ended up in prison and been in prison for 20, 30, 40 years.
Oh man, it went dead again. So I plugged in another cable for the phone call so I could take from you guys. I'm gonna Javier, give me a moment. I'm gonna check if I got this phone hooked up correctly, and then so like that I know they're asking about the phone number so they could go ahead. Let me see.
Do you want me to dial back?
No.
You want me to continue talking while you?
Can you continue talking? And if you hear like a ringtone, then it means that I got it plugged in correctly. Okay, so it's plugged in. So it's plugged in. All right. So if anybody wants to call in, then I got it plugged back in, and we could go ahead and take them calls. But anyhow,
Okay.
so I'll go ahead and hand off the
All
mic
right.
to you, and you could go ahead and continue down your journey.
So yeah, and I'm also gonna be fair enough to say that not all officers are bad. I mean, there's for the most part, a lot of these cops are righteous. They're fair. I mean, like, there could be like maybe, out of 10 officers, like 2 will be like hella hard ass, fucking being disrespectful, like say the yard goes down and they want you to move out the way. They won't, if you're, when the yard goes down.
All right, so we got a call. Yeah.
Bam. Let's go.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
All right, we're
it's
good.
Richie.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you guys doing, man?
What's up, Rich?
What's up, Ollie?
All right here,
How you
man.
doing, brother?
Right here. All right, old boy. All right.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
What's up with
It's
you,
good
man?
to hear from you guys, man.
What's going on? Yeah. Hey, you heard a little shout out. I try to remember everybody, homie. Because I was telling James, like, hey, remember Richard, the one that called from Colorado, that did a little time and just, right away pretty much learned from his first little time that he got busted, and that's a good thing. We got to kind of give that guy motivation to continue down the right path, because this path that I'm in right now, I'm trying to bounce back into your path, because this is nothing nice. I mean, wasting your life.
Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Wasting it because I did learn a lot, But yeah, like,
sure.
You're doing good, homie, and stay focused.
Thank you. Yeah, just listening to what, because I stepped in when you were talking.
Oh man, yeah, I think we're having technical difficulties again.
Right.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
There it is. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
still here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. So I guess it cut off. It's cutting in and out. But yeah, hopefully you caught everything I said at the end. Like, continue.
For sure.
Down the right path. Homie, if you got a job, you can make sure it's worth putting in all the work, homie. Going on like ICEMAN. He's getting ready to retire, homie. He's been working at the same spot for like I want to say 30. I don't know.
All right, yeah, his call went dead. But yeah, I appreciate you calling in. It's really cool, to offer this feature, so we could actually hear you guys and hear your voices and whatnot. It adds an extra element of getting to know each other like on a different level. So definitely appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to these phone calls and this stream and whatnot, and whatever feedback you got, we're always open to it.
Yeah, well, I was listening to you guys talk, and I just wanted to touch on, the basic principles that I've learned that I didn't know growing up. So I started off going to Los Padrinos. I've been to the Central East Lake.
Yep.
I started off in juvenile hall, right? I've been all the way down to San Diego, all the way up to Downey, or in downtown. And, growing up, I grew up without my father, so, like, I really did what I wanted. I ran out in the streets. I had one brother, 3 sisters. So, I was raised by my mom, and we always stuck close to my grandmother. But, just recently I lost my brother, and it tied into a lot of... Thank you. Yeah, he died. He got hit by a car, and, it was just a bad experience. But, he was real high on drugs, and he was just doing real bad. He did 13 years out here in solitary, so it really messed his head up, and we were trying to get him on the right track, and I was on. We veered off into 2 directions, right? He stood in the same lifestyle and culture, and I wanted to go to the other side, right? So I'm thinking. And I pretty much did, because I'm a full-time student now, and that's what I wanted to touch on, the things that I didn't understand growing up, and things like...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Things like codependency.
Yeah, man. Oh my God.
And
you're doing good, dog. Yeah.
So I started reading philosophy, and it introduced me to real important psychological
I think it dropped again.
Psychology, right?
It's mostly on my part that it drops, so hopefully I'll stay on the line for a little while, see if it comes back in.
Nah, but we could hear you.
Richie, if you could hear, James, Richard, if you guys
can hear you.
Just continue. A lot of times when this happens, it comes back. It comes back in.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you guys clearly.
Yeah. But continue, Rich. I want to hear that, man. It's pretty interesting.
Sure,
man.
sure.
Sorry
so
to
like
hear that about your brother, man. But...
Thank you, bro. Thank you. So like, it really like going to prison. I started reading books, and like I really had a lot of questions about like what the people were doing around me, what I was doing, right? Because I was real confused that when I went to prison, like I thought it was like the life, like I was gonna, because like my father, he's from a neighborhood, right? My mother, she's from a neighborhood, like, you know, like my father died, my mother, she's like not active like that no more, but you know, it's like we grow out of it, you know. But I went to prison, I started learning about psychology, which is like the science of human behavior, right? And I started learning that, you know, everything's mental. Like we become real codependent on different ideas, right? And like we're very naive. Human beings are very naive. They believe anything that they're surrounded by. You know, we become a product of our environment, right? I mean, we all know that. But you know, I came across like the different theories in psychology, like the psychodynamic theory, the cognitive theory, the humanistic theory, the biological theory, the behavioral theory. And all these theories had their origins through like, you know, doctors who like study like the mind and behavior, right? It all had its origins. But I came across this humanistic theory, and it's called Maslow's hierarchy of needs, right? And it taught me like it's like a pyramid. It has 5 basic steps. It starts off at the bottom, your physiological needs, right? What we need, like our natural need, like water, food. And the next step is like safety, right?
I get you.
And then love and belonging, and then self-esteem, right? And then at the tip of the pyramid is self-actualization. And at that point, it's the desire to become the most that one can be. And it's the highest human potential, right? Yeah, and like I didn't know all this stuff growing up.
Bro. I like this.
Read about it, brother.
I like this.
Look
Whatever
into
book that is, I really want to read that. You know, I really want to.
It's called Abraham Maslow, the humanistic theory.
Abraham Maslow? Okay.
Abraham Maslow.
How do you spell his last name?
I got you, Javier. I'll send you some screenshots of it, so like that you don't have to.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
And I'm sorry, brothers. I don't want to be a blabbermouth and talk, you know, too much.
No, man. That's what we're here for, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure, James, you're all right with this, right, James? Like, we're all here to, you know, to better ourselves and to tell our stories and, you know, to share things about each other.
Yeah, I just wanted to share that. Sorry.
You know what? Hey, really appreciate, you know, you calling in, and that's what it's all about, you know, because, you know, we all have a story to, you know, to share. And I know I want to get into my story. I still haven't even got into my story yet, but one of these days I'm definitely, you know, gonna get into that. And then I mean, if you're willing to share your story, then I'm willing to bring you on, and then, you know, you could go ahead and, you know, share your story with all of us.
Cool, man. Cool, yeah. But I thought that was important because today I was just thinking about like spreading a positive message. I don't know if you guys remember last time we talked, but.
So Javier, his time was up, so he should be calling right now. So you could go on with what you were saying.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out, you know, a good message for all of us, you know, all our culture, all our people, you know, because we all come from the same, you know.
Yeah, we all, you know, pretty much had like the same upbringings. Or I could at least speak for myself. You know, I grew up in a gang-infested neighborhood, and you know, obviously, you know, I wasn't in the right path for many years, from like the age of maybe like 10 to like the age of 21 and or 22. You know, the last time that I ended up going to county, you know, and I definitely came back with a different mindset, and I didn't want to go back, you know, to that place or prison. So
for sure,
definitely relate to that. And
we definitely wise up.
This call is now being
Global
recorded.
Telling. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
All right, perfect. So, hey, thank you for calling us. Calling back, Javier, and then Richard. Hey, I really appreciate you calling in and tapping in with us. And we're definitely gonna. I'm gonna go ahead and reach out to you. I'll either give you a call or send you some text messages so we could go ahead and set something up. To have you on and you could go ahead and share your story with us.
Oh, okay, cool. That sounds great, man. And thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, cool, man. Thank you, Javi, too, man. I want to bless you too, bro. I'm gonna send you a little bit of money, bro. I want to help you out because I'm doing really good right now, and I got you, bro. I don't know if should I send it through the YouTube.
Nah, you know what? It'll be easier if you could send it directly to him. If you could send it directly through the GTL Getting Out app, yeah, just do it like that because it'll be a lot easier.
Like JPay or something.
Yeah, JPay. You could either download the Getting Out app, the GTO app, or the JPay, and that'll be a lot easier. You could just shoot the money directly to them, and then we'll do it like that.
Oh my God, thank you, bro.
Yeah, I got you, brother. Man, I got you. For sure, I know how it is being in there, brother, and I understand, and I like what you're doing too, James. How you're spreading positive messages for our people, man.
Yeah. No, I'm trying. I'm trying to do something different.
For sure.
Can you guys hear me? Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Well, that's what we'll be doing all night, listening if we can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Hey, well, look, let me just say that I'm.
He's not gonna be saying nothing. His phone it went dark.
He keeps having a break. Yeah, it keeps breaking up for him.
Yeah, they're having some issues with the tablets.
Gotta be patient with it.
Yeah. But yeah, like.
Am I on?
You are now.
Yeah. We can hear you now.
Okay. Hey, but yeah, chingo de gracias. I mean, I'm still getting. It feels a little uncomfortable when total strangers look out for me like that. But I appreciate it big time. But I do want you guys to know that is not the motivation. That's not why I do it. But hey,
I remember. You
I don't want nobody. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable. Chingo de gracias, man. But just know that those good deeds are the ones that count. That God sees when you do things from the heart. And I don't know what religion you're from or if you have a religion, but I believe I believe in God big time. And deeds like that, that come naturally, it feel good, bro. And I appreciate that big time.
For sure, brother. No problem. So yeah, we can continue. James, just hit me up, brother, and we can do that, brother.
I will. Will do. I got you.
Thank you, brother.
I'll reach out to you, and thank you for calling in.
All right.
For sure, man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, stay on that
Much
path.
respect.
Hey,
for
stay
sure,
on
brother.
That
Much
path,
love.
Boy.
Much respect. I am, brother.
Likewise, homeboy. Hey, all right, bro.
All right, then. All right. Bye.
Okay. Hello?
Bye.
Yeah. Are you still there? Hey, you can stay, bro. I get so nervous because, like I said, I want everybody to know. I don't know if everybody knows, but I'm single cell status. I don't have a celly. I cannot get a celly. I have my communication skills are a little awkward, so I'm a little awkward. I don't have nobody to talk to, so a lot of times I don't know when I should shut up or I don't like the quiet moments in between because I don't know. I'm like it feels a little awkward to me, so. I'm still a work in progress, I hope everybody understands what I mean.
Oh, no, we got another call. We got another call coming in.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, James and Javier.
Hello?
This is Fish Slayer.
Hey, how's it going?
It's going good.
Fish Slayer. What's up, homeboy? Yeah, that's right.
Saludos. Yeah, I wanted to call in.
Yeah.
I enjoy what James is doing. He's
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Dig it, man. It's gonna help me a lot. To bust up.
I have a good time reaching out to you guys.
Timid, shy to speak in front of people. So when I go to board, a lot of times I can't. I get scared. It's an intimidation trip. So this is gonna help me out big time.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I get online with my carnal. He's in there doing life right now, and so it brings me joy just talking to you guys. I was remembering a while ago. I was telling my wife, I was like, Javier was talking about the little dogs that ride the skateboards and all that. Remember we were talking about the little, what were they? The French. Yeah, the French bully was like, they could ride the skateboards. I was like, oh, he'd trip out on mine. Mine rides a skateboard with me right here on the beach.
Oh, hell.
I think we his car's going in and out.
We lost him?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Electronics, he needs to get on his game, huh?
Well, it's not him. It's the internet right there at the prison.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I just
I'm gonna tell him to build an antenna right now to help him out with the Wi-Fi. So he can
tell him to get all that cucharas and everything and put him on the antenna.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna tell him that. You build a little tinfoil hat.
The foil from the burritos, homie.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? I really appreciate what you're doing. All the love you've been sending these gentlemen. I know it means a lot.
It's all good, bro. It comes super easy. Comes super easy because I want to help out, and I love the positive message that they have, and I like that they're on the right path because, I come from a long line of bad stuff growing up. Both my brothers are down. And it brings me joy, I love it. I just love hearing people on the right path. That's a good thing.
Yeah, no, and that's what it's all about. That's what I'm trying to promote here, because I do listen. I listen to a lot of these YouTube channels and whatnot, and the stories are very entertaining. Like when people smuggling drugs and people are getting stabbed and whatnot. But at the end of the day, if you really think about it, there's people that are actually getting hurt, and giving up their lives for a cause that, to them it's probably worth it, but I want other people to know that there's another way, besides, going down that route. So I figured, I throw my 2 cents in, open up a YouTube channel and go from there,
It's a good thing, bro. Sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, it's a good thing.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't think I was gonna get this type of feedback. When I started it, I thought I was gonna start getting like a lot of threats and whatnot. And overall, it's been positive. With you guys, the families of these gentlemen that are behind bars. So I do see that it's touching some people, and I'm gonna keep on pushing. And we'll see where what heights we could reach with this channel.
Yeah, no, I could see it. I could see it doing good, James. You're doing really good, and I'm serious about these guys ever come out. I got a job for them for sure. I go to I think it's called reentry program.
Yeah.
And they I probably hired at least 15 guys that are out there. And they came out, and I get to talk to the parole officers and tell them that they're doing good, and man, they're kicking ass. At the end of the day, these guys are kicking. You could see how grateful they are. One of my workers was down for 25 years, and you could just see it in his eyes, and it brings me joy. And I want to just keep pushing forward, doing that. And helping other people, that's just my objective at the end of the day.
And you know what, that's huge right there. You being able to offer these gentlemen jobs and whatnot, because a lot of people, they're not willing to do things like that. And that's one of the things that I had envisioned was to pull in people that could help them out. Ultimately that's the goal, like where we could be full circle. I'm putting the message out, and then us as a community, we could help them out, whichever way we can. It's not easy.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
I'm on.
Hello?
Yeah, so his he's not connecting, so I went ahead and dropped the call right now. Hopefully, he calls us back in the next few minutes and whatnot, and he could go ahead and continue.
All good. I don't want to take all the time, but I would just, when I call and make him laugh, make everybody laugh, and that's what it's all about. Yeah, I could relate with Javier because I like to clown around at work, and he seems like a guy that brings joy to everyone by making him laugh. So I'm the same way, bro. I love it, and makes time go fast,
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm the same way too. I'm always joking around, and as a matter of fact, my wife is always she's always getting on my bumper about going that extra mile and trying to be too funny. So she's always telling me, don't quit my day job. I'm not gonna. I'll probably never make it as a comedian, but hey, I'll sure try. Bro, so
it's all good though. It's all good as long as we put a smile on people's faces and it's not that serious at the end of the day. It just that keep pushing forward and being positive and doing the right thing. Make your next move your best move.
Yeah, and I've been doing that. Slowly but surely. I was able to get out of that mindset, and luckily, my wife's she's been a huge help. To this right path. She we got a home because of her, and we got a pretty good life because of her. I got a really good woman, and she's raising our children the right way, because if it was just me by myself, my little kids would probably be like she'd be a little cave girl, with a little hat and but yeah, and my wife, she keeps everything in order, and with her support, I'm actually able to do this also. So all right, so here we go.
Sir. Ahí está Javier. He found the cuchara.
Nah, he moved it. He moved the antenna to the wrong place.
Yeah, dang. He needs to get them rabbit ears going on. It reminds me when I was a kid. I grew up in a really, really strict family, and I think that's what got my family on. We were on a bad path, and so I teased my kids. I said, when we were kids, we didn't have a remote control. I was the remote control. My dad would have me right by the TV, and then I would be moving that rabbit ear antennas around.
Yeah. All right, let's see if this time it works. Nah, he's messing up. He needs two cucharas now.
So I could probably jump on it a little bit whenever he gets all his antennas in the right place.
Yeah.
And I just want to call and say hello, and you guys could put a voice to the name.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm not sure if you caught it on the last live or yesterday's live, but I'm also half Puerto Rican too. My family, my jefe was from he was from Maya West, Puerto Rico, and he migrated out west, and I always go back to the island whenever I can. So it's a beautiful island.
Thing, yeah.
Yep.
My whole deal is, I was born in Brooklyn, and I have. Oh, there he is again.
Hopefully he don't. Let's see.
Esta es Global Talent. Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
Un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Talent.
Hey Javier.
Oh man.
Hey Javier. Hey, you're messing up, man. You gotta save all those wrappings, those full wrappings from the burritos. Make a little antenna. Y vámonos, so you could get a better signal.
Hey, homeboy. Hey, wait till I tell you guys what's going on. Hey, Hey, is the homie still there?
Yeah, he's right here. Yeah.
I'm right here. We're climbing on you, homie.
Hey, my boy. Hey, trip out on this. So look, I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward part of my storia into like 3 months ago. Okay, you guys are gonna. This shit's gonna blow your guys' mind. I know exactly why our calls were dropping. They weren't dropping because there was a technical difficulty on the stage, homie. There's motherfucking scumbag motherfuckers right here, homie. So, you know, when people don't have a tablet, dog, everybody knows that, you know, everybody can come ask Javi, and I've let a couple individuals borrow my tablet, especially like when they're on C status and they can't get out, they're on, you know, LOP, loss of privileges, and they want to use the phone to call the girl, whatever, right? So when I drove up like about, like about 4.5, man, I'm so mad right now. Wait till I get to the park. You guys are going to trip. So I drove up like about 4.5, 5 months ago right here. And there was a homie that I know from Kern Valley that I used to kick it with. Over there, he wasn't doing drugs. So I drive up right here, and he's strung out on dope. And so I trusted him with my PIN code, my PIN, my password to the tablet and everything. I was letting him use my a tablet because he couldn't have one. He was on C status. So we ended up having a falling out because that dude stole some of my shit. You know, I let him borrow some of my shit and he collected CDs and stuff like that. So we had a falling out on me, and I almost got into a fight. You know, I that shit got ugly right here. The cops came, that got heated. You know, and it was so hard for me not to punch this dude, man. But I knew that I had to change. I'm trying to make it home. So I'm gonna fast forward. I'm gonna go forward into the now, right? So the reason why our calls are dropping, because this was weird.
Javier, before you get into story, let me just ask you one quick question. You don't know any restitution, right? So if somebody shoots you money, you're gonna get 100% of it.
No, I owe restitution.
Oh, you owe restitution?
Yeah, I owe restitution.
Órale,
yeah,
okay.
Man, I'm still paying it, bro. If I get $100, I only get like 50 or 45 of it, or 50 of it.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost done. My mom's been trying to get it paid. Hey, so you guys are gonna trip, homie, when I tell you guys. So this is what's going on. So while I was on the phone, somebody was using my password and my 8-number ID number from the card, right? Because it was weird. So when I hung up and I tried to redial, it kept saying, you got a call already active. You got a call already active. And what that means is that somebody used my ID number with my password to make phone calls so they could block me out. So they were trying to block me out. So I was in a hurry trying to change my PIN because you could change your PIN. And I kept trying and trying. So I got lucky. I beat him to it, homie. I was walking him out, and I know exactly who's doing this. And man, it's gonna be so hard for me to look at him tomorrow. You know, he's in another building. This dude already got beat up like 10 times. I mean, he just went all bad. He got like about a week or 2 weeks ago. He got his whole forehead split open. So it's gonna be hard. But I'm 100% with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm gonna hang up so that somebody else has an opportunity. But chingo saludos, huh?
No,
and take care.
Gracias, Flair, and I'm sorry that this happened right when you called in, man. But that's what's going on, man. And hopefully you tune in and you call in again, my boy. Hey, and I'm sorry about it, all right?
Hey, that's Mando. I'll always tune in, huh? And then on your next whenever I'm gonna send you some rabbit ear antennas for your phone, big dog.
Hey, boy, that's old school. I can't believe it.
We'll get your satellite dish.
That's right, boy. Hey, I needed to laugh. Homie, chingo de gracias. I was so mad right now, man.
No, don't even trip. It's all good. It's all good. It's all in fun right here. We're just having a good time. Take care of yourself, huh? I'm gonna jump on the chat. All right. Take care.
Hey, thank you for calling in.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Hey, so we're getting a lot of comments on here. Hey, how come you haven't changed your password?
I just did it right now. That's what I'm saying. I got lucky, so now I locked this out.
Hold on. We got another call. We got another call.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. James?
Yeah.
Do we got Javi on the line or no?
He's on the cuerno right now. Yeah.
Oh, he's playing because I it's Angel. Pinches perros, cabrones.
Órale.
Es que I was going to say because what's up, perro? I just called to check in, homie, just to check in, dog. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to say I appreciate you, dog. I appreciate you because.
Hey, homeboy, hey. Yeah.
So fucking like I'm still out here, homie, in the guys. I'm 42. You know what I mean? But it's like I still got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, dog. You know what I mean? But I got a lot of homeboys in your situation, homie, that are getting fucking caught up, and it's like over stupid shit, homie. So like it's making me think, dog, like, cause like fuck, homie, like I don't want to get caught up, you know. Hey, so man. Like by you sharing, homie, it's like making me think, dog, you know. So I just want to say gracias, dog.
Homeboy?
No, I know. I mean,
homeboy, this is what we're here. Yeah. Be right, my boy. Like, I'm glad you got that kind of mentality where you could think about shit. You know, if I could, help by sharing my story and help people, you know.
Yeah, you are, homie. That's what I'm saying, dog. And
that's right, homeboy. Yeah. Hey, where are you out of, if you don't mind me asking?
From Oxnard, homie. Oxnard, California, homie, 805.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Okay. Hey, shout out
Ventura
to everybody
County.
over there, man, and
yeah,
hey, homie, I know a lot of your homeboys right there, but like, yeah, man, and be strong, my boy, you know? You don't want to be ugly right now in here.
But it's hard, homie, because, like, you know, like, growing up, homie, you know, we have that mentality, homie, like, my Ruka tells me all the time, like, fools be looking, and then you be like, hey, homie, like, what the fuck, like, why are you breaking your neck? And then I'm trying to control it right now. So it's making me think, you know what I mean? Like, I only to get caught up.
You said you were 40, you 42?
Go ahead, James.
42, homie, man, so I don't know, like, fuck, I mean.
Hey, you know what?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Like that's the age I'm right now. I'm 42, but you know
what?
Like
so I done a bunch of county time, but and I done a lot of shit that I should have been in prison. But gracias a Dios, you know what I mean? I didn't go that route. But it's still like I feel like I got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Like the homies still come, hey, check out how this happened, and I'm like, hey, homie, I got my family, but like come in for whatever. So I don't know, like do I gotta fucking remove myself from all that shit? But then I don't want the homies like talking shit because I still got that, like.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you.
I don't want the homies.
I'm gonna tell you something. At the end of the day, your homies, they're not gonna be looking out for you when you're busted.
No. I know all that, homie. I know all that. You know what I mean? I know what's up. But it's just I think it's more like pride, you know. But then I got a lot of homies that like I still talk to them, homie, because a lot of homies got involved, like with the big homies. And then shit's going sideways, but you know how it goes. But it's just like over stupid shit, homie. So I'm like, fuck, homie. Like I still talk to him, homie. So you know what I mean? It happens, dog. So
that's good, But man. Hey, James, look at James. James did a little bit of time, man, and he had 1 foot in and 1 foot out many a times, you know. And look at him, man. He's doing good. So. It's doable.
I'm doing good, homie. I mean, I'm doing good. Don't get me wrong, homie, but I could get easily caught up. So I know that, but it's still kind of hard. You know what I mean? So I'm not in the guys, homie. I got my family, I got my kid. But the homies still call me, you know? So, I think I just didn't think.
Without saying much under. Saying too much, you kind of like, more than likely that they still hang around and you still got, like, you know, sometimes you're not supposed to be.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
But yeah, man, man, you know, just stay focused, man.
And that's what I'm doing, man.
James did it, man. Look at. Yeah, that's good, man. Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Hey, like, that's why I call me, especially just say gracias on me because. Like, you know, you think
Hey,
you
you're
touch
welcome,
somebody
homie.
on me, we're listening on me, and
Yeah.
like I think it's because like you know you see you remind me of like my homies. You know, we like to get carrilla and shit. You know what I mean? So like it's like we chop it up.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah,
like, oh homie,
yeah,
like that's why when you
yeah.
say like, oh yeah, like your story is a plus, homie, but your
Yeah.
personality, homie,
Hey,
it
gracias,
reminds me like
homie.
I'm kicking it with the fellas,
Yeah.
homie. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
So just
right,
keep
homie.
keep your
Thank you.
keep
Hey,
your
that
head
means
up,
a lot,
homie.
homie.
Yeah, keep your
I
head up,
will,
homie,
homie. I
and
will, man.
and
Thank you.
it's feeding, homie, and we appreciate what you're doing, and James too. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Like, believe
Appreciate
me,
it.
homie,
Yeah, for
fucking, I
sure.
believe this podcast, homie, is gonna get higher, homie. Watch out,
Yeah.
it's gonna get
I
it's
hope
gonna
so,
get bigger,
homie.
homie. No, believe
I
me,
believe
bro,
it. I
it
believe
is.
it.
Cause believe me, I'm on
This
social.
is
I see a
such a
bunch
good
of shit.
idea, homie.
It's
Yeah.
just the
I mean,
beginning,
if you
dog. It's
can
just the
feel it,
beginning.
homie, and you've been around, yeah. So I
Yeah,
guarantee, and I keep telling the homie, like, this is the best idea ever, homie, because people
yeah,
are gonna be able to help each other. You like, hey, you listen to a story, and I could cause a reaction like I'm doing with you, like make you think about, you know, it's all a plus, like you said, you know, and Simone, homie, like, hey,
and
you know, I
there's other
appreciate everything, and
podcasts out there, but it's not like this one, bro. Like
yeah,
all of them just sharing
yeah,
the war stories. It almost pumps you up to go put
yeah.
in work, homie.
There you
But you know what I
go, my
mean?
brother. There you
But
go.
this one makes that's
Hey,
why homie you're settled.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You
So
notice I
gracias.
don't
I
say
just
no
wanted to check in,
names.
homie.
Yeah. All right, homeboy. Hey, for
But
sure.
all
Hey, I
right,
appreciate you calling in and chingo gracias and stay focused and stay safe out there, homie. Familia
yeah,
first,
I am,
you know?
homie. I
The
am
kids, the
Simone,
mom,
homie.
everybody.
But you know,
All right,
sometimes you
homeboy.
get caught up. I'm trying not to, homie.
That's
You
right.
know?
Hey.
Yeah, but be strong, my boy. You can do it.
No, I am,
All right,
homie. I'm
all
not
right.
like
Hey,
I'm not
James.
all stupid. Like I want to go gangbanging or anything. It's just like sometimes you just get caught
No.
up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
but
it
remember,
happens.
hey, don't forget, Abuelita de Batman.
Oh yeah, she's right here. Está dormida
Abuelita
aquí,
de
homie.
más. Hey,
Aquí la
hey,
tengo, homie.
homeboy.
Aquí la tengo. If the homie
Abuelita de más.
does,
Hey,
say
you
she's
don't
right
want to.
here.
Hey, you don't want to. Hey, you don't want to come eat some chili lime.
Some
Nah,
chili.
nah.
Do you, homie? You know, chili lime with the rosca and the honey bun and having a fucking, you know, especially going through this fucking. Right now it's ugly in here, homie, because there's no such thing as a PC yard or SNY yard no more. They're all non-designated, so you're amongst everybody. So yeah, man.
Yeah, that's all I did, homie. All county time, all county time. The homies made me learn how to play pinnacle. I didn't even want to, homie, but now you gotta learn. Cause I was fighting the case, so I did like 3 years in the county.
That's right. Yeah. That's what James did, huh? James, you did like 2 different terms.
I did. I think I went to county like 4 times. Oh, no, I only did 1 county lit after the last one. That was it. I was out. I was like, Charles, I'm out later. See you guys, and wouldn't want to be you guys.
And that's not even counting the violations and the months and here, 6 months here, 90 months here. But the one that was fighting the case,
the ankle
monitor. You know what I mean? Yeah, house arrest, all that. Yep.
Yeah.
Had to cut that shit off. Go kick with the homies. But that was when I was younger, homie. Now, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It makes you think,
that's
though.
Not the life no more, my boy.
Yeah, so I'm not here, dog. You know what I mean? I'm not out there, the little youngsters, but it's just kind of hard, though, because you get that phone call, hey, check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, you're doing something good, homie. Look, you're listening to positive.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
You could be, like I was telling the homie James, like the people that are listening, that are right now, all the listeners, they're actually good people because, you know, they're willing to listen to somebody that's, you know, unfortunately doing bad in prison. Well, not doing bad, but it's been locked up. I've been in here 30 years already, you know, and so I'm missing out on a lot that you guys already have. So, you know, you guys are good people because you're listening to me, and it's making me feel good that people care. You know, I was in a dark hole, homie. Like I shut off from the world. I was only talking to my mom, my dad, my sisters. I ain't had a girlfriend in 27 years. Homie, like I never wanted to fall in love because the heartbreak that I felt when my girl left me, it killed me, homie. And I said, I'm never gonna do that again, you know. And I sure haven't yet, you know. But
yeah,
like,
well, I've been listening to your story, homie.
You know,
so like, I don't know everything on me, but I kind of know you. You cut off. I know.
Yeah, he got cut off.
But all right, James. Just I just called to check in on me. I'm right here, drink a couple of pistols. You know what I mean? But
hey, you know what? And I appreciate you calling in and being open-minded to, the conversations, because at the end of the day, you know what? I'm not telling anybody, to go to the other side, or do anything like that.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. But you could end up like the homie, dog.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I even talked to my lady, like, and I share, like, check it out. I just found this new podcast, and homie's sharing thing. And then see, the thing is that all that he says, like if you grew up, like he grew up and we grew up, from like what you say is like you relate to it, homie, and it's like I've been in so many situations and done so much crazy shit that I could have been like on that same path, you know what I mean? And I'm thankful to God that I'm not. So, and even now, and even I think now, because I still got my homies that call me,
yeah,
and it's like I don't know what do I do.
Man, just stay strong and choose wisely.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier.
This call is now being recorded.
Un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Sentinella, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hello.
All
yes,
right.
Sir.
So the homie's still right there on the line. He still hasn't hung up, so he wants to.
Yeah, I'm right.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
so,
homie.
Yeah,
like for sure, dog. Like you got your girl. Like that's what's gonna help you. Stay out.
Well,
there,
that's just my girl. That's not counting my other baby's mamas, but I got kids with them too. But, you know what I mean?
Okay.
No, but I had kids. I got 2 babies mamas, but I was like a morrito, I was like 15, 16. And then she moved out of state.
Yeah.
And I had 2 boys.
Yeah.
And then now, honestly, homie, that's what changed my life. I got with another hyena, and I had another kid, and I'm not going to make the same mistakes. So, like, he's 14 now.
That's good.
And I'm still part of his life. I'm not with his mom, but that keeps me going. But then the homies be calling, you know how they go, hey, dog, check it out, this happened, you got some feta, can you give me a ride right here? And then it's kind of hard to say no,
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like, all right, we're gonna go gangbang. My mentality is not there, but I know I can easily get caught up something stupid, because you know how the homies don't tell you sometimes, oh, we're carrying this, we're carrying that, we're gonna do like. So I'm trying to just change my mentality, homie, and listen to your story and shit.
Yeah.
It's helping me, homie.
Yeah.
So gracias.
Hold on. Hey, you're welcome, homie. Hey, that makes me feel good, It makes you feel, like this is going to help. This whole thing is going to help people that are going aboard, because the board are going to be able to see what kind of, how you guys deal with me, like how you guys feel about me. And they hear that, and they consider that big time. They're like, man, well, look at, he's been getting good remarks. So, man, hey, I appreciate that.
Yeah, well, you could tell, when someone's sincere and when someone's just like, and I could tell, that you're sincere. But anyways, I'm gonna go lay down with the abuelita de Ramon. Buenas noches. Gracias, James. I'm gonna go over here, homie. Keep her company, homie.
All right, old boy.
So mucho gusto again, homie. All right, and thanks, James. You're doing a good thing.
Hey, you're welcome. Hey, thank you.
Javi.
It means a lot to me.
I'll check. And no disrespect. I'm not disrespect. Like I listen to your other podcasts too, but like for some reason, you, Javi, I can relate, homie. You know what I mean? So I relate to you more. Boy. So no disrespect. Okay. You know what I mean?
No, yeah.
I do listen to it.
No, for sure. We know that. Yeah.
That's why I try to check in.
And that's why I alternate between everybody, because everybody has different tastes in the stories they like to hear, or the person they speak to. So I'm glad you connected with somebody.
It's not taste. It's like you can relate to certain people.
Yeah. So
all right, James.
It's natural, homie. All right, homie.
All right, guys. All right, buenas noches. All right, homie.
Buenas noches.
All right, homie. All right. Yeah, that's cool, man. That he said that. That makes me feel good, bro. Like, I still kind of worry how, I care. I really care how I sound. Like, I don't want to sound a little dorky or a little dumb,
Hey, like I told you, hey, don't tripas, chili tripas. You're doing great, man. I'm telling you.
No tripas, chili tripas. Gracias, homie. I'm pretty soon. I'm gonna start being hella goofy in here. You know, like don't get me started, homie. You know, you get me started, I'm like, a lot of dudes in here. They tell me, damn, Pinchy Javi, I didn't realize you become kind of goofy sometimes. Hey, that's just me, homie. Like, I'm not trying to be hard in here and fucking walk around with my chest all up and, hey, watch out, man, you know. Hey, that's the main reason why I don't let out a big old brocha, because I could go a whip, homie. I mean, I had a whip that covered my whole bottom lip before, and I didn't like that, because people wouldn't come talk to me. Like, they thought I wasn't approachable.
They thought you were straight high power.
People, you know?
They used to call you high power Javi.
Yeah, so now I got the... Hey, so now I got the Chente Fernandez fucking brocha. What's up? Hey, what kind of brocha? I don't even know what you look like, James, man. Now that we're talking about this, homie, you got to post up, homie.
Hey, I got a super...
Even if you...
I got a super duper...
Even if you catfish us.
Hey, I got a super duper... I got a super duper firme brocha. My lady hates it when I grow it out.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you one of them fools that goes a big old brocha?
Simón, que
no,
sí.
You got milk on it and everything. You got to pick it up to drink milk.
Cheetos, the Cheetos, the flaming hot Cheetos get stuck on it.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what, bro? Like, I really dig that. Like, the way they call in like that, and when we interact with each other, and, you know, you could sense how people are nervous, you know, but, you know, in time, people that become regular listeners are going to, you know, open up for me, and they'll be able to, you know, I know we tend to make, like, little certain topics a little too long, and I don't know how much time you have, too, because I'm pretty sure we take time from your girl, your daughter, and I'm pretty sure there's times when you want to, you know, hang it up, but, you know, out of respect, you don't want to cut us. But, hey, homie, feel free to cut anytime. Like, hey, Spencer, you know, my girl, I got to go eat or whatever. Yeah, don't ever feel like, you know, like because I'm already on and you want to do something. Hey, bro, whenever you got to go, you know, and I'm never going to feel no type of way. You know what I mean? So I have to make sure I mention that, dog, because I know a lot of times we make a little topic.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Now, you know what? My wife, you know, and like I've said before, is my wife's definitely, you know, she's my biggest supporter, and she believes in what I'm doing. You know, when I came with her to, you know, with the idea, maybe she didn't understand it, but now, you know, she's definitely on board. And if it wasn't for her support, then I wouldn't be here, just because, you know, obviously we have a household here, you know, and we have a daughter, and when I'm away from these calls, you know, it's taking me away from my home, you know, from my house duties and whatnot, and my wife's picking up, you know, the whole, you know, she's picking up the slack, you know, so my daughter wants to play, color, and run around, and you know, she definitely helps out, you know, so, you know, definitely a big shout out to my wife, because if it wasn't for her,
for
yeah,
sure,
I mean, she could have ended this vision even before it started, and she's actually, you know, she's encouraged me. And you know, she likes me to be home, you know, so this does keep me at home, and you know, I like listening to the stories, and you know, like I said, I did used to listen to a lot of other podcasts and whatnot, but I didn't get to interact like this. I have a direct pipeline to you guys, you know, to you gentlemen, and I could hear the stories firsthand, and if I have any questions, you know, I could ask right then and there. So it adds a different twist, you know, to what I'm doing, you know, me personally. So, you know, I do appreciate you guys.
It's more like intimate, like more connected to from human to human, you know, for real life, you know. So now we're not pre-recorded. Like when you told me, oh, you want to do live, man, I got scared. I was like, wait a minute, no, hell no, I ain't gonna do no live. What if I could say, you know, the wrong word, or you know, so I would worry about, you know. But that, you know, when you're honest. And it's coming out, like, I don't even worry about nothing, you know. So, you know, little by little, I'm starting to open up a little bit more. But, yeah, this is going to for sure, bro. This is going to be like one of the to-dos for all lifers. Because this is what the board, when you go to the board, this is pretty much what we do, you know. There's no hours. There's people that go to the board and they do 4 hours, 6 hours, just like we're doing right here. And they start, you know, they go through every single one of your write-ups. Like I got 57 write-ups. I got 57, or I think a little bit more than that. I'm not sure, but I know I'm up there in write-ups, and they make you go through all your write-ups, and you got to explain why that happened. Why, like, say if it's a fight, what led to the fight. What could you have done?
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
So all this is gonna be a big thing. Watch, this is gonna help, man. It's gonna be up there, homie. One of the top things to view on YouTube. You got it on YouTube, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to do me a huge favor. So anytime you go use the restroom anywhere in the yarda with auto, not in your cell, but when you're out and about, I need you to write. Yeah. You have a collect call from YouTube, so then everybody knows already. In the pinta that.
Hey, you know what? Chupa on this, my boy. You know what I thought you were gonna ask, and I've been wanting to do this, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna tell you, hey, homie. So do you ever remember the first time you went into a prison? So it was a county jail cell, but the prisons are the loudest. And you flushed the toilet. Did it fucking trip you out how loud that motherfucker is?
Man, I felt the first time I heard it.
Yeah.
Hey, the first time I heard that flush, I felt like if I stuck my foot or my hand in there, I was gonna lose it.
Hey, that shit sucks. Hey, homie, you know what? That thing has so much suction when you flush. You can hear it sucking in all the air from in the cell, like, super loud. Like, man, that shit took me, maybe a good 6 months to get used to the flush. Because when you got a cellie and he wakes up in the middle of the night to take a leak and he's flushing, he's gonna wake you up, right? So it takes years, homie, to be able to sleep through a flush because they're super loud. But yeah, that's what I thought you were gonna ask me. Like, go over there and flush the toilet so they can hear how loud they are, But no, for sure, I'll write that YouTube on there. Yeah, that's funny, dog. It's funny because I was thinking about that.
Hey, the border parole, they're gonna come knocking. They'll be like, hey, somebody told us, and we actually listened to it. So I'm just messing with you. I don't want you to write it anywhere, but spread the word. That I would really appreciate. And let everybody know. We got something positive going on YouTube, and
yeah, like I got my whole familia. I don't know if you noticed, they log in and out, but they don't speak English. Do you have anywhere you could translate the program into Spanish on it?
You know what? I think I might be able to do. I gotta look into it, but I think I could have it translated in Spanish as far as like the closed captioning, so they could follow along. The closed captioning, and it'll be in Spanish. I'll definitely look into it. If not, then I'll go ahead and I know there's like programs online that offer that service. So I mean, maybe I know when now with AI and whatnot, you can even do voiceover. So hey, that's not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do some voice. I have some AI voiceovers and push it over to like the Spanish speaking communities, because it's huge, and definitely don't want to leave out the Spanish speaking community.
Yeah, for sure. Look. So my prima, she's like, hey, I was listening to it last night, and I think this was 2 days ago. And tell me if I understood, because she don't speak English at all. But every time I talk to her, I try to teach her English, right? And she's like, were you talking about Memo, your brother, my cousin, when he died? I said, yeah. And did you mention my name? I said, yes. I was saying that, that had it not been for like one of my little nieces and my cousin, I would have never found out. Like, nobody in my immediate family wanted to tell me that my brother had gotten killed by my own cousin, a blood cousin. And she's like, oh, yeah. And then about the names, when we were talking about the nicknames, when my mom cried when they knocked on the door and they asked for my brother Memo and they asked for Trippy instead of asking for Memo. And my mom was like, who the hell's Trippy? Why are they calling you Trippy? And my brother told him, Mom, that's the gang name they gave me. My mom cried, like, hey, I gave you a birth name. How dare you change your name? You let these guys call you another. No, that's not going to happen. My mom got real hurt. So, yeah, my prima understood. I go, wow, you understood that. I go, so I'm going to see if we can get some kind of translation for the Spanish speakers over there. Because you got people that are listening to it in Mexico, but they don't stay on. They dabble because they don't understand. So that would work.
Yeah, or we could do one especially for your family in Espanol.
Yeah, mi prima Patricia, if they're not, I don't know. I don't think when she logs in, it's under their name. I think it's under probably her her daughter's name, se llama Marifer Avalos. Marifer Avalos Muñoz. And they're like, these little nieces of mine, they're little sweethearts, homie. They write me letters. They draw me little pictures. Like, they've been through my whole prison term. They've been there for me, homie. Like, they write me, like, more than my brothers and my sisters on this side. That is my main support, like as far as emotional support, like when, you know, when my brother died and when my dad got sick and whatnot, you know, any family issues, they were always there for me, man. They used to draw me little drawings and, you know, and I saved all their letters. I got their letters in photo albums.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
But yeah, man, you know, hopefully we'll get something so they could get it. And do you want me to dial back and like I forgot? I mean, I like the interacting and all that, but I think it'll be good if I get a little bit of my story out a little bit more, so that way people could catch on and pretty much know where I'm at.
Go for it.
Should I hang up and dial back?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
so I'm
definitely.
hang up and dial back.
All right, perfect. All right, so Javier is gonna be calling us back, and he's gonna go ahead and get into some of his story. Obviously, we kind of veered off a little bit, you know, but you know, it's the way I feel about it is, you know, you guys are taking, you know, the time to you know, to listen to us and to interact right here in the chat and whatnot. So, you know, why not, you know, go to the next level and have you guys call in and you know, put at least, you know, a voice to the name on there. You know, and once again, we really appreciate it. And Marlene had asked earlier on, you know, when am I, you know, if I'm willing to share my story, and I'm definitely gonna get into that. You know, so you know, up to a certain point, I ended up spending about a little bit under 2 years, you know, from my juvenile experience up into my county jail time. And there we go.
This call is now being recorded.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yáñez.
un preso recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel Link.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Am I on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Are you sure?
We're on.
Yeah, we're on.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Handle.
Left to right. Hey, you know what's crazy, homie, is that, like, man, we're in the year 2000 something, homie. Technology's up there, and fucking California state prisons are like 50 years behind. You know, like everything is low budget. These big old. Do you see how big this fucking and heavy these tablets are? The JPA tablets are nice and thin, and they never failed. Am I still on? I just want to check.
Yeah. You know, you've been on. Yeah, we never cut it. Yeah.
Okay.
We can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, and like I said earlier, like, you know, a lot of times we kind of veer off course on the Storia, and I do worry that, you know, that the listeners might bounce and get bored or whatever, or get lost. Like, okay, so what the hell's going on right here? You know, it's on there saying that he's in there telling the Storia, but they're in there and conversating. But the reason we do that, and the reason I ask to do that sometimes is so I can loosen it up a little bit and feel comfortable talking, you know, because, again, you know, everybody needs to know I've had no celly for 7 years, you know, so, you know, it's not like I have a person in here that I talk to all the time. I only communicate with people when I go out either to school or to the yard or when I go to the day room, you know, and even then I got a little small circle. I kick with like 5 people. That's just, it stays in there, you know, and not unless they need some fix, like I fix radios and TVs and all that, and you know, we do a little quick little interaction, but I'm still pretty much struggling with trying to make sure that In other words, I'm well self-conscious of how I sound, and I worry about if I sound a little dorky, and goofy or whatever.
Let me go ahead and interject right here. So, so Marlene just put a message in here, and she says, "Nah, to whom we don't. It's engaging." So there it is.
All right. So it's good. It's good.
We're good. 100% thumbs up. It's not thumbs down. It's thumbs up.
Okay. You guys are not saying it just because you feel sorry for me, are you? And you guys are like,
hey, Javi. Hey, get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself.
Okay, hold on. There, handle. Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, homie, so, there's like a...
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And then we get these fucking people cutting in, like a lot of times when right around the punchline, when I'm really getting intimate a little bit, like, saying something very important, boom, they'll do a double whammy with this thing.
That's right.
And then right after, and I hate that part. So hopefully the word is that they're going to start limiting how many times they cut in our calls. They're supposed to do it just one in the beginning and one at the end instead of doing one in the middle. And only they're gonna take away the 15-minute stretch phone calls. I don't know when they're gonna do it, but that's the rumor, and I'm pretty sure it makes a lot of sense because the reason the 15 minutes was so everybody could have a turn out the phone because there was only one or two phones on the day room. But yeah, I'm glad I got that out there, man. I don't know when I'm gonna get a celly. They try to. I had a homeboy over there named a homie Ozzy over there in Kern Valley, and I tried to sell up with them, and they didn't want to give me a double cell yet. So I don't know when that's gonna happen. I'm all right. I kind of rather stay like this so I could get make sure I get a good chance going aboard, and not have to worry about what my celly brings in the house or if he's bringing knives or weapons or drugs or whatever. A lot of times the cellies don't tell you what they're really doing out there. So, a lot of the stuff.
And I'll write it out. If I was you, I would write it out. I would write out that single cell status all the way through. Because once you get somebody in there, that's it. Those days are over. You're all that quiet time you got to yourself. It's gonna be over. You're not gonna have that tranquility. You're not gonna have that zen space. So I would.
In all honesty. Yeah, in all honesty, I believe that too, and I doubt they'll give me a celly because they tried it when I got here, and the captain and the counselor when the sergeant said, "Hey, what's up? Why you can't have cellies?" The counselor stopped him and he whispered on his ear and he showed him a picture, and he goes, "All right, never mind." So I guess they're like, "Yeah, he beat up his other celly."
Hey, don't tell me you bit somebody's ears off like Mike Tyson.
No. So, it was a fight, bro. It was a fight. This dude tried to choke me out, and I think I said it in the beginning, and I really felt like he was trying to kill me, and I tested his strength, and he really almost took me out. I could feel my eyes bulging out of my sockets. He was choking me out. I was pretty much stunned. He had me in a guillotine, and by the grace of God, I was able to, pry myself off that headlock because it was a strong headlock coming in. And this dude was pretty buff, and I felt that strength, and I was so scared. Once I came off that headlock, the fear in me just fucking drove me, bro. And and I was just punching on this dude until I couldn't punch no more. And every time he came to, I would punch him. I would knock him out. And every time he came to, I would knock him out. And it got ugly. So it was the fear that kept driving me to keep punching. So at the end when we were all done, his head was pretty big, bro. It was almost the size of a basketball. It was ugly. His nostrils were like on his cheeks. It was big, And
so you pumpkin head that fool?
Yeah, I caved. Yeah, I pumpkin head, and I caved in his whole nose. And at the end, he couldn't breathe. He was choking, and I didn't want the dude to die. I was like, oh man. So, and I remember that the boxers, when they cave in their nose, they get straws and pins, and they pick up the bone. And so I went and got some pins, and I pulled out the pin filler, the ink out of it, and I opened it up like straws, and I stuck it in his nose, and I picked up his nose so he could breathe because he was choking, and he was in there holding two pins with his hand and breathing, and he was apologizing because he knew it was his fault. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, bro. I know I had that coming, and like, yeah, bro, you tried to choke me out. You said you were playing. That's not playing, homie. You were not letting go, So yeah, at the end, I couldn't let him die, bro. He was choking. He was dying. he was like waving his hand. So that's what happened, you know. And so they take pictures of the incident and they save it. And those pictures, a lot of times they use those against you, and it's just it's you defending yourself. I was defending myself.
Hey, let me ask you: when they take that picture of him, did he have the pen still in his nose?
Yeah. So look it was ugly, man. I seen him and I felt so bad, but I was telling him, I go, because he was drinking. I'm coming in from work. I'm working in the kitchen. I've been at work since 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm coming home and I tell he's drunk, and he wants to be belligerent and he wants to wrestle, and I'm trying to calm him down. Started playing chess. I'm pretty good with dealing with people that are drunk. I know how to calm them down, right? But he was just being too aggressive and too playing around, want to wrestle, and I'm like, come on, dude, kick the fuck that. You know, I'm tired. I want to shower. I want to kick back. I want to chill. So, you know, I got to play chess with him, and I was thinking that was going to work, and it didn't. So, you know, I told him, and he was like, and I was telling him, like, oh, why couldn't you just kick back, dog? Like, you put me in a headlock, and you almost, I felt like you were trying to kill me. Like, yeah, but I didn't mean to. But nah, homie, it felt like you meant to, you know, and so I was scared, and so I'm sorry that I left you like that. I looked at you, and I took him, and I walked him, and I put him right in front of the mirror. I go, look at your face, man. Like, I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to the hole. You just ruined my chances at board. You know, I was so mad, dog. I was so mad. I was going on 4 years or 5 years, no write-ups, you know. Had it not been for that fight, I would have already been like 9, almost 10 years, not a single fight. You know, no violence, just that cell phone that I got in trouble for. But, you know, I was mad because of that. I was like, man, you made me do that, you know. Yeah, so that's what happened there. Now they don't want to, none of these officers want to be the one that give you the double cell back and they clear you, and then you end up killing your cellie next time or something, then that falls on them. So none of these officers are willing to be the ones that say, okay, so here, I'm going to give you back, I'm going to clear you for a double cell, and let's try this again. So a lot of them rather not do it. You know, they're like, nah, I'm cool, I'm not going to sign off on that. So that's where we're at right now. So I'll write it off. I think it's better. You're right, though, for sure.
Yeah,
Thinking about it. I got winded thinking about it.
Hey, what are you doing? Running around, running laps on your cell or what?
Yeah, I was walking back and forth, and I was like, man, because I was playing back that day, man. It was ugly. I mean, the floor was so thick and blood. I was slipping because after I broke my hand on him, you know, I started kicking him. I was scared. This fool was buff, dog. He was a little healthy dude, you know. And there was so much blood on the floor, dog. Like that day was ugly, you know. And I had both my neighbors banging on the wall, telling me, "Hey, ya estuvo, leave it alone, ya estuvo, Javi. You're gonna vas a matar, you're gonna kill." And I was enraged. I was mad because he ruined my chances of parole, you know, my board date.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
So yeah, I mean, and I'm so glad that he didn't die, you know, because it was ugly. They took him to the outside hospital, and they gave me a SBI, serious bodily injury. Anytime you get a write-up for what's it called, assault like that with a serious bodily injury, that goes, you know, that they send that to district attorney to pick up court and all that. And I got lucky, though. The cops knew pretty well that this dude was a troublemaker, and they should have never moved him in my house without telling me. You know, I'm at work. They come home, and there's a dude in my house. They didn't even ask me if it's all right, they can move him in. They just moved him in. Back then, that's how they used to do it. You know, you could be at school or whatever, and you come back, there's somebody in the house. Like, what the fuck, you know? But yeah, it was, you know, there's that'll go as one of my worst days in prison, man, because I was doing good, dog.
Hey, Liceman put Javier Hannibal Lecter. That's gonna be your new name.
Hey, I saved him at the end, and movie like he told the cops, like, hey, what happened, you know? Hey, Tupac, look at what he did to me, you know what I mean? So after I saved his ass, right, I told him, look, bro, the door's about to open for me to go back to work, you know. You know, I mean, this lasted a while, that fighting, and it was because he was fighting. You know, we were fighting. It's not like I was just taking full advantage. No, he was getting me, and then I was getting him, and so I just wanted to make sure he never put me back in the headlock. So it was all mutual combat. It started like that. He just got the worst of it. And so I told him, look, they're going to open the door. I got to go to work. Please give me like 20 minutes so I can go to work and get rid of all my you know, my little hot stuff, my wine, my alcohol. Because I remember I was making some white lining. I was making alcohol. I was my little hustle. I didn't have no money at the time, so I was selling Pruno. And so I told him, look, give me a chance to, you know, take care of, talk to a few people, you know, give them what I owe, and so they can give me what they owe me, and let me pack my property, let me come back from work, and then you could go to medical. And he told me he was going to do it. I went in the kitchen, and I needed 10 minutes later, they came and gaffled me up. It was bad, bro. Like, I was trying to play the part. My hands were hella swollen. And the cops went in the kitchen. They're like, come here, Mr. YANEZ. And I'm like, oh, man, what's up? I was trying to be slick. And, man, you know what's up. Get your ass over here. And they cuffed me, took me in the program office, and it was a wrap right there. I ended up going to the hall, and, yeah, my chances of board were done that time, you know. And right now I'm at hitting 5 years with no fights. And I'm hoping, you know, I'm hoping the board understands that I was defending myself, man. It was all in fear, you know. What do you do when you're in a little cell and the dude's bigger than you? You know, you cannot just, you know, you can't just defend yourself and then boom, thinking that you can go to sleep and everything's going to be fine. You don't know what's in his mind. You don't know what he's capable of doing. So fear is going to drive you to hurt him, you know, and that's what happened. That's what happened.
That's right, Javier. And then we got another comment from Marlene. She puts, Javier was seeing red, a blackout moment. So it looks like you blacked out.
Yeah, I think so. My neighbors were telling
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
My neighbors were telling me that I was screaming, fool, that I was like I guess I vented on that, you know, because you know, everybody that knew me as a happy dude, like happy-go-lucky. Happy's always happy. He's always clowning around. I'm always upbeat, homie. Like I hate misery. I hate sadness. I hate fighting. I hate anything that has to do with like the dark side, like just being sad and miserable. Like, so you know, that was just me stepping out of my norm and my it was just ugly, dog. Words can't really put it into perspective, dog. But I know I hate parts. I hate them kind of incidents big time. Like it's real heavy in my heart, you know, because I'm letting a lot of people down, not just me, my mom, my sister.
All right, so he should be calling back shortly. As soon as he does, then we'll go ahead and, you know, continue with it. And Marlene, I know Marlene asked me earlier on, if I could possibly get into, you know, why I started the podcast. And like I've stated before, you know, I've been a huge consumer. I've consumed a lot of this social media content, you know, when it comes to prison. But this was even before, you know, YouTube was a thing. You know, I would watch, you know, MSNBC, Lockup Raw, you know, National Geographic's Lockdown, and even on Netflix, you know, they got this one dude. I don't recall the name of the show, but he'll go to different prisons, like in across the world. And then, I'm like, man, I could do that, but I mean, I wouldn't want to sleep in the cells. You know, I'll go do that for the cameras and everything, but don't put me. I'm not sleeping in anybody's cell, especially some prison in Africa. Nah, no, thank you.
Esta es Global
I'll do it
Telling.
for the cameras.
Usted tiene una llamada prepagada de
Javier Yañez.
This call is now being
un preso
recorded.
recluido de la prisión estatal de Centinela, California. Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. Para aceptar esta llamada, diga o oprima ahora el 5. Gracias por utilizar Global Tel-Link.
Hello, Javier.
Nope.
All right. So
Yes,
we're on. So just to give you a heads up, this is going to be our last call of the night. My feet, my Heina, and everybody. Well, they've been home for a little while already. So, and we're about to be hitting 2 hours shortly, and I'm pretty sure you got stuff to do, you know, before you get you get ready for tomorrow.
I got a whole lot to do. Hey, I got a lot to do. I gotta go put gas on the round fly. I gotta go I gotta go to Jack in the Box. I gotta go to McDonald's and pick up my homeboys getting off of work, shit like that,
Hey, as long as you're not plucking your eyebrows, we're good.
Metrosexual. That's what they call it. Metrosexual. Hey, all these new words that just came about like after I got busted. I never heard of that shit out there, but yeah, so you hear that all this new stuff, like I guess people that trim their eyebrows and shit. One time I remember somebody saying, I think I was talking to my carnalita and we were doing a FaceTime or something, and she's like, hey, you got bushy eyebrows, you need to trim them. I looked at it, what the hell are you talking about? I ain't messing with my eyebrows. He goes, no, that's a normal thing now. People do that out here. Like, what the hell? Are you serious? So, yeah, I guess so. We're like and that's when I heard that terminology, the metrosexual. So I don't know how that, but yeah. So this will be the last one, man, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and push it from because that's pretty much what led me to that place when that happened. So when I came on this side, I ended up going to Pleasant Valley. So when I left at Seg over there in Salinas, I was there for maybe 6 months, and it transferred me to I went to Pleasant Valley. So I was in Pleasant Valley, and I think I had already mentioned it. I came on this side because I want to be good and I don't want to get in trouble. And man, not even 6 months after I was in there, bro, I ended up picking up another shoe term. Here I go back, and this one was, that one where I broke my hand on the dude, and they thought it was a knife and all that. And I believe I had already mentioned it in the past. So, and then from there, they sent me to. They transferred me to Kern Valley. That's where I ended up from Kern Valley, and I was never able to leave Kern Valley. I ended up doing a total of 16 years in that prison. It was that was like the Twilight Zone. Like anybody who landed in Kern Valley, you were never gonna leave. Like for some reason, that prison just wants to keep they don't like to transfer nobody out. They don't want to deal with. They once you're in there, these officers get to know you real good. They know who you are. They know how you are. They know how you operate, and they get used to it. So they don't like to get rid of the inmates. They kind of like, and which is that's not legal for them to do that, because many times I was eligible to go to a 270. And because they didn't want to get rid of me because I was they already knew me, they knew my program, they knew I don't have no issues with the officers. I'm not doing 602s, I'm not complaining about shit. So they try to keep you because they don't want to get rid of you and get a knucklehead that's going to mess the program up. So a lot of times I was eligible to go to a 270, which is more privileges and more program, and they weren't sending me. That's how this came about, where I finally got a level 3 override, because they told me that. They go, hey, we didn't know that you went 8 years, 270 eligible for more privileges, and you never said nothing. I go, yeah, man, I don't like to, I ain't done committee in over 26 years. I don't go to committee. I don't go to my annuals because I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe I could go in and change your guys' mind, for nothing. So I was just going. If you guys don't want to send me nowhere, I was just willing to stay here and do the rest of my time in this prison. They're like, nah, man, we owe you something. We're going to give you a level 3 override. And when they told me that, I was my jaw dropped, man. I could not believe it. I was like, I never thought I would ever go to a level 3. My whole entire time I've been level 4, and people only do, the normal time on a level 4 is 6 to 8 years, and then you drop to a level 3. Here I am on a level 4 for 30 years. So that just tells you how much change, how bad I was doing. I was doing bad. I couldn't go nowhere, but, although I had the opportunity because I was eligible, they just were not getting rid of me. And I wasn't doing the paperwork because I was, like I said, I used to struggle with reading and writing, and I was embarrassed to ask people to help me. So I was just stuck in that prison, man. That prison was nothing but violence, man. It was nothing but riots and people killing each other, people killing their cellies. The prison gangs going at it all the time, and it was just all downtime, But yeah, so I'll leave it right there to me driving up in Kern Valley, and that one right there that one was vicious, man. That's where I ended up catching. I think I caught 3 shoe turns in that prison. I caught 2 stabbies in that yard. I caught 1 in Lancaster. It was just horrible, and you know, a lot of it was because I got threatened. Like, I am never looking for problems, man. I don't look to go fight nobody, no. But once you threaten me and you're telling people that you're gonna stab me, what do? You know, you can't lock it up. You can't go nowhere else. And you sure in the hell ain't gonna be watching your back, you know. So I nicked it in the butt, man, and I beat him to the punch, you know, which is not the right thing to do. These cops expect for you to, you know, go and tell them, hey, this guy's gonna stab me. What are you? They're not gonna save you. They're not gonna protect you. They're just gonna move you to another building or move you to another yard, you know. So it don't work that way, you know. A lot of times they'll separate you, yeah, but then he's got homeboys. Your word gets around, and then now you're a little prison snitch, you know. So. Yeah, I couldn't go out that route either, you know. It's bad enough I came on this side, and I wasn't going to continue to be, you know, being soft, because I was already feeling like I let a lot of people down. So I'll leave it right there for the next part. So I'll call in whenever you want me to call in. Just send me a message, and we'll go about it right there. How much time we got left? Like about 2 minutes?
Nah, we got about 8 minutes, but I think this will be a good point, you know, just to leave it off
at.
This will be three-way llamada.
But
huh? Did you hear that?
Yeah, their thing is out of whack. So tomorrow I could probably I think we could do a nighttime one, maybe like 8 or 9 if you're up to it. If not, then because next week, yeah. So yeah, tomorrow, because then they got me. I'm gonna be working. I think the next 3 days. So I won't be available until I think Friday or Saturday. But yeah, we could do one tomorrow. That'll be great. And then if we could sneak anything else in, during the week, then that'll also be great. I'll try my best, to get on the computer and bless you guys with Javi,
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
Yeah,
Hey, I wonder if they got a rap song with this on it already. Have you ever heard a rap song with the Spanish version?
Nah, I haven't. Nope, I have not.
Trip,
nah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, I wonder if somebody could use it for that. But yeah, man, and I want to take the time before it hangs up and we run out of time to say gracias to Richard, to ICEMAN, to Fish Lair, man. And my bad, I unfortunately that dude was over there playing with my password and we didn't get to really talk much because I was over here fighting, trying to hurry up and beat him to change my 4-digit PIN, and I beat him to the punch, man.
Oh, so you changed it?
He was trying to change my PIN too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All
believe
right, cool.
that, homie. That's what I was saying. That's why I was breathing hard when I came back on. I was mad, bro. Like, man, because he by luck guessed my new PIN.
Oh, okay.
Look, they see your ID card when you go to school. They put your ID card, and a lot of these youths, they see your ID number. It's on there.
Yeah,
I wish they wouldn't write it. I wish they would use like barcodes and give you your own personal. But it's out on the open. So, but what they don't have is the 4-digit PIN.
Yeah.
And a lot of times these dudes could guess it. So as long as they got your ID card, they could be sitting there punching in all day until they finally get the 4 numbers, and boom, they lock you out.
So, but okay, so
scumbagish people that do that.
Let me ask you this. So, okay, so he was logging in from a different tablet, or he's trying to use the regular phone on the wall.
From anywhere, he could do it from. He could use from the phone on the wall, and he could use from his own tablet. So he was probably a sinner, like he knew I was on, and he was like, as long as he's got my 8-digit ID number, he could guess the other 4-digit PIN. So he was probably in there for maybe God knows what, 2-3 hours.
Esta llamada y su número de teléfono será controlada y grabada.
And then once he's able to log into your account under his tablet, so he could see like all your messages, and he could scroll. He has access to like your music and everything. Okay.
Yeah, he can gank me for my whole play, and I just pay for my music. Oh man, I was stressed. I was tripping. I was like, oh man. And now tomorrow when I see him, I just gotta pretend like I don't know nothing about it, because I'm not trying to get in trouble,
Nah, hell no. Yeah.
Fucking lash out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna mess up my release there, but he knows, and he knows that I know him because he's a scumbag. He constantly getting in trouble, I'm talking about a guy who got stabbed twice while he was on the phone, got jumped twice while he was on the phone, and got not too long ago his whole forehead split open.
And the nice man just put he put a message on here for you. He said, "Hey, tell Javi no more stabbing. Hey, keep the stabbing to 0."
No palabra, homie. That's the old me. That's the old me because they threatened me. What do you do when somebody threatens you? There's nowhere to go, homie. Like, I know you didn't just say that, And it happened to me right here not too long ago. And look at what I did. I went about it the right way. I waited for the dude. I talked to him. I told him, give me about 5 feet. Let's talk. What does that mean? Why did you write me this card? That's a threat. He's like, that's not a threat. I go, homeboy, that's a threat. The way you wrote it is a threat. And I read it back to him. He's like, hey, you know what? My bad, Javi. Yeah, it kind of does sound like a threat. Well, be careful, homie. Like, that's not cool. Once you threaten somebody, you don't, even though the dude don't have it in him to come and want to stab you, he don't want to get stabbed, So what does he do? A lot of these dudes, out of fear, they're going to beat you to the punch. So he learned from that. And we don't talk no more, and we say hi, bye, whatever when we see each other in the yard, but he's no longer one of my friends, And no, none of that. I'm non-violent, homie. I'm trying to make it home to my mom, my dad. They're getting old, and I already lost 30 years in here, and I'm an older person. I gotta lead by example,
Yeah. And before we go, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to one of our newest participants in the chat. We got a 1967 kid _ Puerto Rican flag. I know I've seen him in here once or twice before, but he was definitely participating in the chat today. I know I've seen him over on the Prison Guards channel also, and in the comments and whatnot. So I really appreciate you tapping in, and also everybody else that's been in the participating in the chat or participating. Richard, Marlene, let me see, Fish Slayer. Who else? Definitely don't want to miss out on anybody.
ICEMAN.
El ICEMAN, Angel, yep.
Biddy K.
Yeah.
All the way from London. And Manny C.
Oh yeah.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna practice try to remember everybody because I think it feels good to hear that shout out.
Yeah.
I know I did. I felt good when when people mention that they like hearing whatever when I'm on. So I wanna return that too. And hopefully everybody stays safe out there, man. People are acting out there, man. People are doing these crazy shootouts at the malls and wherever you go. Be very vigilant, man. People are acting hella crazy because of that war that's going on. So, I support that. Yeah, and I tell you, bro, I'm a paranoid person.
Hey, I gotta interject on this one because I gotta drop this before we get that 60 seconds because it's coming up any moment now. But Marlene said she said handle it with rock paper scissors. So next time, somebody they want to handle it, tell them, hey, well, what's up, hey, kai by bo, paper rock scissors, vámonos, let's see, winner takes all.
Le queda un restante de 60 segundos.
Or we could do it like back in the breakdance days, homie. Remember the breakdance? They used to go over they used to go to war with the dancing.
Yeah.
And they used to do all this crazy moves. We could, man, wouldn't that be a lovely world, though? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That one song, Imagine. There's a song called "Imagine All the People." I don't know the name of who sings it, but I love that song. Imagine no war. Imagine everybody getting along as one. Man, such a beautiful thing. And wow. Yeah, hey, thank you for the laugh, Marlene. Hey, and so, Simon, it's about to hang up. Things. Un chingo de gracias for today. I had fun. I like this new thing that you're doing, the interacting with the listeners. And, man, if I could look at old boy that called earlier, and he says that listening to me has been helping him stay on the right path, so that's a plus, a big time.
That's right. All right, and I got it right this time. I'm getting good at setting up the time clock and whatnot. So so I'm about to cut the stream. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in and listening to these conversations. I know we definitely veered off the conversation today, but it happens sometimes. We're human, and hopefully you guys like it. And let's go ahead and get on with my outro. So I'm gonna let me see, what is it? Life's like a candle. Once you blow it, it's over. Lights out. And with that, I'm gonna go and cut it. Buenas noches.